Now we talk about set. Set is related with, it's an immutable data type, but it's related with dictionary. That's why we are talking about this after we talk about dictionary. It's also identified by curly braces, but unlike the dictionaries, while you have a pair, sets do not have pairs. Sets only have the elements here. Okay, for example, these strings are the elements. And if you only have one string or one element in a set, it's called a singleton. It can only contain the unique elements, which is similar to dictionaries. Okay, duplicates can be eliminated. It's also immutable. It's immutable like tuples and strings, unlike the lists and dictionaries. But it can only contain the unique elements, which is similar to dictionaries. Okay, remember that what are sets similar to and are not similar to the dictionaries. Sets do not contain duplicates. Okay, for example, if you have a set that have two 11s here, when you define it, you input two 11s, and when you type it, you find that there is only one left. It's mutable. Okay, if you make an alias of A set to B set, and you change the A set by assigning a new value to A set. That is, if you want to change the A set, you cannot just do like append or extend. No, it's immutable. You cannot directly change the values in A set in place. You only have to make a union of two sets, and then it will generate a new set, and you assign the value of the new set to A set to override the previous A set. But when A set is changed, B set, the alias of original A set, is not changed. Okay. Like dictionaries, sets do not have any order. If you input 11, 22, 33, or 33, 11, 22, or 22, 33, 11, you're going to get the same sets. Okay. It doesn't support indexing because it doesn't have order. Like dictionaries cannot do mySet0 to indicate for the first element in the set. Then you will have an error called set object doesn't support indexing. How do you create a set? You create a set by using the set function, kind of like you use list or tuple, okay, or str string. When you create a set from a list, you will find that the duplicate elements of a list has been eliminated. For example, there were two 22s here, but when you put a set here, you only have one 22. So there is a useful trick to generate a list of unique values of a set, of a list or tuple with duplicate values. That is a list set. Okay. For example, if I have duplicate list equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just randomly type something. Okay. Suppose that this is a company list. Okay, if you want to get the unique number of companies in your list, what do? This is a dupe list, and the length is 38 companies. But some of them are duplicated. For example, you have a firm year level sample with firm year observations. Each firm has several years observations of total assets or something. And you want to know how many firms in total are there in your sample. What do? How do you generate a non-duplicated list? Easy. You just use a list set div list, and you will find that the length of is you have 14 unique companies in this firm year observation sample with 38 firm year observations. Why do I use the list set? Because if you use set only, it will give you a set. Note that this is a curly bracket. So to turn it back to a list, you have to use a list set. Can you make it a tuple? Yes. Okay. Can you, if you have a tuple, right? If you have a tuple like this, can you make a set from this tuple? Yes, you can still do this. And if you want to change to return a tuple of unique firms from this tuple, duplicated tuple, all you need to do is this. Okay, and the length of it will return the number of elements in this tuple. Okay. You can remember that here for set you cannot use the plus operator because sets are different from list or strings. Like for list and string, you can use plus. So when you use plus, it's automatically combining to list. And as we said before, the plus operator combines two strings into one string. But you cannot do why is that? Because it doesn't have indexing. Okay? Cannot say, hey, there are two here, so I'm indexing the third and fourth here. Well, you can merge the two sets, but you have to use the other operators. Like this. This is a union operator. Okay? This is a union operator. If you use union operator A and B, it's gonna combine A and B and eliminate the duplicate parts existing both in A and set B. You can also have the intersection. The intersection of two sets will give you just only the parts, only the value that exists both in A and B. Or difference of two sets. You can create a set that contains all elements that are in A but not in B. Or in B but not in A. That is, when you have A minus B, that will generate a list of a set of all elements that are in A, this is A, in A, but not in B. So the intersection parts are cut. And you can also generate the symmetric difference of two sets that will contain all elements that are either in A but not in B, or in B but not in A. Okay. For union, we use I don't know how to call it. It's just a union sign, and the end is a intersection sign. Remember here. Note that here it's still the N, but it's not A and D. Okay, that is another that can be used in for another like reserved word in Python to connect the two objects. Okay, here is just a sign and. So if you have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and the first two elements are, we cannot say the first two, but just basically two elements are different, but the 3, 3 is the same as in A set. Then the union of two sets will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elements. The intersection of the two sets will only generate the set of one element, which is a common value of 3, 3. If you have A minus B set, A minus B will just give you 1, 1 and 2, 2, but not 3, 3 because 3, 3 also exists in B set. Okay, symmetric difference will just give you the one that are uniquely in each set, but not the common value. Okay. So we have finished introduction of our basic data types, and here are some functions to convert the data types. The integer can convert x to an integer. Okay. You can specify whether the input integer is input object is a string or not. The base, using the base. There is a long integer. Okay, if there are a lot of digits of this integer for this integer, and float is the numerical number with decimal part, and the complex is a complex value, a complex number, because usually we don't use this, but in mathematical calculation we probably want to use it. Okay, the real part and the complex part. And the string, you convert anything into a string, okay, and into a expression string, and evaluates a string and returns an object. Okay, this can be very valuable in the future. I think I will have an example to illustrate how to use it, and converts something to tuple, list, set, dictionary. Okay, creates a dictionary. Okay, you cannot really directly convert anything into a dictionary because dictionary is pretty unique. It's a unique form type of data, and we have others. Mostly to very special data types like Unicode character or octostring. Okay, now we have finished talking about string, list, dictionary, tuple, and set, and some other data sets. The next video we will talk about if then.